Now, if you've been watching all of our content here on Marketing Media Money across all the events here at Cannes Lions, the Festival of Creativity, you'll have noticed a pattern developing, one of them the pinnacle being diversity. What's been announced in the last couple of days is the launch of the Unstereotype Alliance that brings together brands but also the United Nations. We heard from Keith Weed, CMO of Unilever, earlier in the week about his role in it, but the foot soldier, if you like, the lady that's going to be driving this through the business is going to be Eleni Santos, basically the boss of marketing underneath Keith. So what exactly are you going to be doing?
So, we believe that gender has evolved a lot, but not in the world of advertising. That's why 1 year ago we started this journey here, launching the Unstereotype movement at Unilever. We had made so much progress at Unilever, and we have demonstrated that when we do more progressive advertising, more progressive portrait of people in advertising, we created a much better branded impact. Actually, 25% more branded impact. So this is really something that should be noticed. And what we felt is that, instead of just doing this through Unilever, it would be much stronger if we could unite the entire industry around this theme and really share our learnings and really rally for something much bigger. So today we had the pleasure to launch the Unstereotype Alliance. This is something that UN Women has been sponsoring with us. We invited other companies who are already making a difference in this area in order that together we can advance even more in the future. And today was a quite exciting time because for the first time we have big advertisers sitting together like us, Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson's, Mars, people that never sit together to discuss these matters, but we're really trying to put our heads together in order that we don't create, with unstereotyping the word, a way of differentiate our ads, but actually a way of creating a new norm for advertising.
So that's all very well and good. How are you going to put that into practice, and is there going to be a uniformity across all those businesses?
Yes, so today we had lots of discussions. We defined 5 areas of action. We didn't nail down exactly how we are going to unfold this, but this is really about creating a new code for the industry. This is how we want to proceed moving forward, in a very unified way, in a very aligned way, in a way that we all can measure our progress. So one of the key elements that we discussed today is that we measure what you treasure, and what we are going to do is to create some metrics that can be applied with global scale that can really show the progress with that. More than that, when we show the progress that we are doing in advertising, we also want to link this to the progress that is happening in society. So we are also commissioning another piece of work that is about gender progress that UN also is very keen to do. So we are trying to see if what we are doing in this industry can really impact society in the way we believe it can. So this is going to be moving forward, one of the actions that we are going to take. We are also trying to look to our internal companies and try to see how we are balanced today in terms of the talent that we have inside the advertising industry, inside the advertisers industry. We need to really shake our own companies and see how much we can be more balanced and really bring a better, more diverse teams into the table.
Well, you touched on those figures earlier about how this has to be good for brands, it's got to be good for business, but how are you going to deliver that? You work across so many different media. How are we going to see this as an end result?
So as part of the alliance today, we had very important distributors of our content. We had Facebook, we had Google, we have Twitter sitting around the table. We have even e-commerce sitting around the table, Alibaba. So all of them are really seeking to have a united action towards the same direction. So I think that we are going to have a continuous challenge, us challenging our agencies challenge us back, and the distributors as well. So I think it's going to be a very collaborative and intense conversation moving forward in order that we all keep ourselves true to the decisions that we have taken today.
You've got so many brands, the Hellmann's brands, the Magnum brands, the Ben & Jerry's brands. How are you going to actually deliver more women into adverts, more sort of gay, bisexual, transsexual, all of those different subsets. How are we going to actually see this as end results? Magazine ads, digital ads, ads on the TV, big screen, out of home. What do you think ads are going to look like in 5 years' time?
So it's difficult to predict how they are going to look like. Yeah, of course, it has to be contextualized to that brand. It has to be contextualized to the different geographies that we are playing with, because pushing the norms is something different in different countries. One thing that we are already doing at Unilever is that we are measuring every ad that goes to the public consumption. So what we are doing is seeing how our ads are impacting our consumers. So our consumers are telling us if we are still stereotyping or not. Yeah? And when they tell us in pre-test that we are stereotyping, we have to stop, think, reflect, perhaps change the ad, or perhaps throw it and put it into the bin.
This has been a big issue, big talking point here. This feels like the beginning of something. What is your end goal?
I think that, our end goal is that we are going to banish stereotype from the world of advertising. That is the end goal, yeah? It would be absolutely amazing that, in any sort of media that you access, you never see stereotypes again. You always see something that is much more positive, much more engaging, something that can really give the space for people to be whoever they want to be, and be reflective to our current reality or aspirations that they may have, but not something regressive that put people into boxes, into these negative stereotypes that you still see a lot on TV.
Final question, the timetable, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years?
I think that there will be different actions with different timetables, but I think that one key milestone is going to be 2020.
Alina Santos, great to talk to you, thank you.
Thank you, pleasure.
Still watching? Perfect. Click here to watch another great video from CNBC International. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.